All right, YouTube. Time to get to the meat of things. We're finna get into this whole thing and get to where we at. Trying to get this ambience going a little bit here in the background. Got a little bit of noise from the car, so I'm trying to get it to be covered a little bit by this music. So hopefully y'all can hear that more than anything else. All right, so the topics that we're going to get on, we're going to start with in the beginning. The next thing is going to be return to the garden. And next is going to be being better at relationships. Then we're going to get into the topic of healing is available. And the next thing is we're going to end out with a prayer. Okay, so let's start this thing. So in the beginning, we're going to the Bible. If you have a Bible, you know, a lot of this stuff's going to be, like I said, a lot of it's going to be related to the Bible. So we're going to go to the Bible and just start with the beginning of things. Just figure out where we started and where we need to be. All right. So our main thing is we're in Genesis 26. We're going back. We're going to be in Genesis 1, verses 26 through 28. All right, it says, and God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female. We're going to go back to that later on here. But he created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Now, going from that topic, we are going to go to return to the garden. On this, we're going to go to, we got Psalm 51:17, a broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise. I refer back to these verses probably at the end, just so that you can go over them yourself and be able to read them. But let's see, let's go on to this next thing. So return to the garden. This is going to be one of the excerpts out of one of the books that I have. This one is called 101 Most Powerful Prayers in the Bible. And this one starts out with, once there was a garden where prayer flowed like rivers, where thanksgiving sprang up like grass, and worship fell like morning rain. In that garden, that distant land, that long ago paradise, a friendship with the Father was the most natural thing on earth. In that garden, we walked and talked with God. That relationship was one for which the Creator designed us, and although it contained everything we would ever require for fulfillment and joy, we let it go. We let it slip away. We let go of love and touched temptation, and the garden vanished. Now, many times we move through our lives without even realizing that the most essential part of who we are is missing. All right. So we're going to get into being better at relationships. So relationships, that is one of the key things that I see that we have problems with in life, and which is the main thing of dating. Dating and just being in this world. We build relationship with coworkers, with friends, with pew mates at the church, with just people in general that we meet in public. It's sometimes you can be somewhere and it'll come upon you to talk to somebody that's in a line. If you're on a long line, you end up just having a conversation with people. And we've gotten so far away from that where we don't talk to people, we don't relate to people. We get so caught up in TV and music and all this craziness that we don't even communicate with people, or even spend time with people, even try to get to talk to people, express ourselves and talk. Because sometimes that's why we have all this craziness where somebody just runs in a movie theater or running somewhere and just shoot up the place or just do something crazy, because somewhere in them they wasn't able to release, they wasn't able to relate, they wasn't able to get something off their chest, off their mind, off their heart, or have another way to go. And we just have to build these relationships and be better at it. Be better at meeting people, talking to people, listening. That's the main key problems that I see in relationships. We don't listen. Yeah, we say we listen, or we listen to what we want to hear, and we hold on to those things, but we don't pay attention to the main guts of everything. Where if somebody's telling you, hey, I'm hurting, or somebody says, I don't like this about you, I don't like this about myself, we have to listen to those key things and find out where we're going. Like I said again, this, God has been on me a lot about this past week. I've had many things come up where I found out where we've had failed relationships, and I don't know a lot of the people. I have some people I've talked to just from my work, where I do just meeting people and talking to them. But I found out recently that Thanksgiving, just that recently on Thanksgiving, a girl where I live at, she was killed by her boyfriend and just threw out the car and left for dead in Savannah. I mean, that's just Thanksgiving. So, and it was because of a bad relationship. She wanted to break up. He didn't want that. That's craziness. I've been to a jail and heard where, this guy had a relationship with a lady, a cook in the jail. I don't know how that worked out, but, she wanted to break up with him and she killed him. I mean, he kills her and kills himself, and we just got to get away from that. It's too many people in this world, too many people out here to go crazy over one person. Crazy finds crazy. Find your crazy person. Y'all two be crazy out here in the world, but we don't want to do that. We want to be better. We want to, get a relationship. Your first relationship is, like I said, in the garden. Our first relationship was with God. Our first relationship when we started out was with our parents, and if you have good parents and, Bible believing Christian families, they help you to build a relationship and teach you to have a relationship with God. That's our thing we have. And then once you get that relationship with God, you get better, because what I've learned, if nothing else, he's the person I depend on. He's the person I trust. And you talk to him about everything. He's not going to tell nobody. He's not going to gossip to nobody. He's not going to tell anybody. And he's not going to throw it up in your face. But if you realize, and that's another thing that was funny about this week was, Pastor was talking about where God is funny. If you really think back over your life, it's a lot of times you did something stupid or something crazy with a relationship, and you look back at it like, wow, God told me not to deal with this person. God told me not to do this thing. Like I met somebody and they came up and wanted to, they wanted to date me. I met them on a dating line, and, some people are honest. They were honest with me about them having a sexually transmitted disease. They got it a bad way. They were raped or whatever and got it. But, you have to be into yourself and be able to express these things, where I was like, no, I don't feel comfortable with that relationship. But there are sites, there are places, there are ways to get around it. There are many sites, many different ways to meet different people. And, you don't have to, people need to get away from just saying, I'm going to be stuck in my city. Your soul may not be in your city. Your soul may not be in your area code. They may not even be in your country. And the World Wide Web has gave us too many options to be so just stuck on being stuck on, doing, like I say, the repeatedness of insanity. I keep dealing with the same people in my area. I keep dealing with the same people at my church or wherever, I keep dealing with the same people. You got to change that. You got to find other people, find other ways to do things, and, just be different. Get outside your box. You don't need to be in the box. If anything, get on your box and be able to say, hey, I found something different in another box over here, and I'm happy with it. It's better. It's more than what I've had before, and, just don't be stuck on how somebody try to tell you, your family try to tell you, somebody try to tell you, don't do, interracial, don't do this, don't do that. No, don't let nobody tell you what to and to not do. If nothing else, try it. But when you try it, do it God's way. Get the relationship. Be able to be friends. Friendship is going to carry you a long way into a marriage, a long way into a relationship. And, just to learn the difference between relationships, friendships, and dating. You don't want to date for the rest of your life. Be intentional with your dating. A biggest thing that I've seen and see out here is, and it gets deep to my heart when I see people out here holding hands, when I see people still opening doors for each other, when I still see people, enjoying each other. That gets to my heart. I'm like, wow, I want some of that. And that's how we all need to be. And, we should be helping each other to achieve that. Stop, doing the stereotyping. Stop trying to hold on to junk. Stop trying to hold on to things that's not worth it. Just not worth it. Let's trust God and believe in him and just ask him. Like my thing right now, I'm stuck on, I asked God a long time ago, and I look at a lot of stuff I asked him for. Yeah, I haven't had kids and none of that stuff, but you got to be careful what you ask for. I asked God when I was under 20 years old. I said, God, don't let me have a child by somebody that's just there for child support or just there to hurt me or just there. I don't want that. So, he's blessed me. I haven't had none of that. So, like I say, it's funny. You have to look back on it and be like, wow, God funny. I asked him for it, and, you can't complain and say you don't have kids and stuff like that. I used to be in my thigh, you say I don't have kids, but it ain't I don't have kids. Is I ask God not to give me those troubles, those problems. And that's what a lot of people don't care. They just go out there and just pop babies and just do whatever because they wanted it. No, you ask God for what you truly want and be on the path for it. And I got off path with it. I just settled for a lot of people. I settled for a lot of bad situations. I settled for people that had bad kids. I settled for people that don't want relationship. People that, they so busy worried about me trying to, worried about me wanting to have kids. Okay, if I accepted you, knowing that you don't want kids or can't have kids, then let's go with that. Don't try to make me think more about it because I'm loving you. I want to be with you. But now I'm like, okay, y'all want to keep pushing me? Okay, my new thing is, God, I want a 35-year-old virgin that ain't had kids, ain't never been married. So when you see me on here big and smiling and me and my wife sitting right here, that I got what I asked God for, and I waited, and that's the thing. Be intentional. Trust. My thing, I have so many things that I just want to get on, but just the main thing is with the Bible is people want to say they don't want to follow the Bible, all these different rules and regulations. But if you look at it, those things are to keep you safe. If God tells you not to have sex, then okay, if you don't have sex, you don't have diseases, you don't have babies, you don't have none of this craziness. So, okay, it's better to follow that than to be who you are. You got 4 or 5 kids, 6, 7 baby daddies. I don't know how you get that many about 5 kids, but some people like that. They ain't crazy. That's what they get. And, you got this hard and pain. Or, you had a baby and had a miscarriage. Okay, let's look at God and talk to God and say, hey, God was saying, hey, I saved you from something. Because I always tell people, keep in contact with people that you meet. Women have been so bad with, I can only say on women because that's the only people I deal with. And some men may have, but more women, they're quick to date somebody and just drop them. No, keep in contact with the person you meet for at least 5 years, especially if you don't have sex with them. Because sometimes it takes 5 years to find out all these things that they may have had or may have contracted to you. And it takes you about 5 years to get that spirit off of you. So make sure they didn't get no crazier. Make sure they didn't get no worser. And my motto is, when people come to me with something crazy, like these women say so many crazy things, or, men say some weird things to women that make them think. But my thing is with somebody, they say it to me, I'm like, is you for serious? That's my saying. Is you for serious? Do you pay attention to what you just said? You just said something crazy to me, and why? You questioning me about what I want and what I need. You can't tell me what I need because your needs change. Your wants change. But the needs that God have for you and the structure and the way that God wants you to walk is simple. It's perfect. If you follow that, then you're going to be good. And my thing to you all is just try him. Figure out, it's so funny. I play these games and I keep it as simple as that. I say, hey, God, help me make it through this game. Just simple as that. It's just one game. I can't think of the name of it offhand, but the thing of it, when you win that round, it says, well done. And that relates me back to God, where he says, that's what your ultimate goal is in life. If you're a Christian, is to hear that well done, good and faithful servant. That's what I want to hear. So that's why, I wait a little bit longer in life to try to get completely on this track, a little bit better on this track, I want to hear that well done. So, trust him in little bitty things. That was the smallest thing I could have asked him for, was a game, something as simple as a game, to make me start getting back on track of trying to do right and follow him and pay attention to what he wants from me. What I need really, and what he wants from me is to do right and try to, just try him. Can somebody come to me, you comment on this thing or whatever, just come to me and just send it and just say, hey, my test to you after this first one, is going to be just try him. Have you tried him? Have you asked him? Have you took the most simplest thing where you said you're having pain in your body and you say, God, let me wake up in the morning without that pain. Just one day, just one little bitty old thing. Just ask him for it and just trust in him for it. One little bitty thing. He said, just try me, just taste a little bit. Ain't got to be big. It's so funny, and I'm so intense with stuff. That's why it's been hard for me to relate relationships with people also, because I'm intense with stuff, because I look at the common sense of everything. What you're telling me, like I say, are you for serious? What you just said to me, did you think about that before you said it? Do you see the common sense in what you said as far as how bad that is? So we finna get into this next part, which is the relationship. And this coming out of a book, I forgot where I got this book at, but it's called Relation Slips: The Mistakes We All Make and How to Fix Them. And it's just a simple little small book. This book ain't even that big. It's probably, 125 pages, a little bitty book. So we're going to go with this first part on here. And like I said, we're going to relate to some of these different books and different things. And like I said, I'm working on the book, so you're going to see some of these things in there and probably see a little bit more reference to it. But I'm just giving you some little excerpts and just, stuff to just get you to thinking. Because that's what we don't do no more. We don't think in relationship. We just go out there and we think with our other smaller parts. We don't think with what we need to be thinking with. So that's why I say, like, listen, we with the Bible. We with some stuff. But I'm being for serious with you. I'm being for serious. Use your mind. Use your brain. God give you the simple stuff. The Bible. Basic principles for living. It's simple as that. Ain't that hard. He ain't tell you to do that hard. It's only 66 chapters. Ain't that hard. You'll read a done pornography book or some crappy book, and you'll read every day and put your time and intensity into that. Put a little bit into the Bible. Try him, read him, find about stuff that he's done for other people. You can call it, you can look at it as being stories in the Bible, but know it is real. Stuff that happened. And if you look at your own life and you put it into how it can be broken down to a Bible where your life is a story, are you living your best life? Are you really living your best life? People like to say that crap right there. And I'm like, are you really living your best life? You got 2-3 houses, but you're still single. You're still confused. You still can't even answer your phone. Just little bitty stuff where you're not really living. You're just doing what society tells you. Get away from that. Do your own thing, because my thing to you is have your relationship with God. Don't let nobody tell you how to have your relationship. I have my own relationship, because that's the only way you're going to understand it. You can't live through nobody else's life, nobody else's lifestyle, nobody else's thoughts, nobody else's dreams, nobody else's questions. You can't live through none of that. Your own problems and issues is what you put yourself in and go through on your own. You choose and pick who you let come into your life to cause issues and problems. Can't blame nobody else. You brought them into your life. God didn't bring them in. God gonna tell you, if you, I guarantee, like I say, try them. Ask them when you meet somebody. Next person you meet, say, God, show me a sign in this person where I shouldn't be dealing with them. And I guarantee you, he's mad. He don't show me so many times. I say my shortest relationship was 20 minutes. A phone call where we were talking good, trying to meet each other and spend some time, to the next thing I know, that person right there popped out their mouth with something crazy sideways, went way sideways on me. I'm like, how we go from we finna meet to them thinking I'm trying to have sex? And I told them, look, my car's down. I'm working on my car. But if you come in town, you pick me up, we can go hang out, do whatever you want to do. How they got converted to that whole thing, I don't know. But it's insanity. But you got to listen. Pay attention to what people say. Ask the right questions. I'm going to give y'all, when we get through this thing right here, we're going to have probably about the third way in. I'm going to give you questions to ask people. I'm going to teach you the quickest way to not have a bad relationship, to not go through problems with people, to not have issues with people. And this is just my straight approach, and when you see it, it's going to be so simple. You're going to be like, wow, it's that easy. And it is. We make stuff complicated because we want it to be complicated, but it's simple. It's easy. You look at cartoons and they tell you a story on how to do relationships. Look at Bugs Bunny in them. Look at Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew go around here smelling like I don't know what. But it's certain things he say and a certain way she look at him, she be interested in him, and he still keep trying no matter what, But that's it. The relationships is what we're going to do. So we're going to go back to it. And like I say, relationships, we all make them. Or relationships, we all make them. The acknowledgement of our weakness is the first step in repairing our loss. Okay? God created people to be in relationship with himself and with one another. We go back to Genesis. He made him and her to have a relationship. We're going to go back to that again. We'll come back circle to that. But made him and her to have a relationship. Everything's about relationships. Your family, your friends, the relationships that you have, the people that you meet. God make us to meet people. And you, like how they say, the old saying is, you're here for a season or a reason. Find out that quick. You don't have to take your time. Find out it real quick. Some people, you meet, and like I said, I've used the dating sites for just learning. It's so many people I've talked to, and they'd be like, oh, I've never heard that. I've never done that. I've never did that. I've never tried that. And it's just stuff of just common sense. Have you ever thought to ask the person, are they a pedophile? Be straight up forward with you. If you got kids, ask it. If that person goes crazy berserk on you, click, delete it. Don't waste your time. That's the main thing you want to get to. If you're a smart, good parent, you want to know if that person's a pedophile, they got some kind of issues in the mind or whatever. You ask that quick question right there, right off the hip, they going to answer it. If they good people, they're going to be like, wow, no, no. I ain't trying to go to jail. If they say that first, they good people. But if they go all around the bush and I ain't never had nobody tell me that, or I like kids, no, you need to make sure you pay attention to every word that come out of their mouth. Everything come out of their mouth for the next few minutes, because that's going to tell you if it's bull crap or it's going to be straight up, straight out. Ask the question, get the right answers. All right. So God created people to be in relationships with himself and with one another. We build these relationships through marriage, through family, through friendships, through society, and through the church. Relationships can be the most exciting, rewarding aspects of our lives, but sometimes we make mistakes and hurt the people we love. How many people don't did that before? You meet somebody and like your family, your mother or your father can treat you a certain way or say the wrong thing to you and make you feel a bad way. I've had some people that have children, and I just sit up and listen to how they talk to their children. You talk to them like dogs and like slaves and just bad, just bad talk them. And that ain't good. I grew up with that, but they built us stronger back then. We listen to stuff and we take it and bear with it and come back to it. We were like that beat dog. You kick that dog gonna come back and love you. But these kids and stuff now, they not built like that. They not wired like that no more. You can say the simplest little bit of thing. That's why society's gotten messed up where it ain't the him and her no more. It's the I think I'm this or I think I'm that, or maybe I could try this for a minute. No, that ain't how it is. Stop taking all that little bit of hurt and just think about it. It's called thinking. Think first. Let's just, like I say, everything is just thinking, just using your mind. First of all, don't take everything somebody says to you as face value. Ask a question. It's simple. Ask a question. If somebody say something to you and you feel hurt, they may not know you hurt because they never when they've said that to people brush it off because the relationship they have. That's the thing. Have the relationship. Don't judge nobody till you get to know them. If you haven't gotten to know them, don't take everything they say as face value. Me, I like to joke. So you can't take everything I say as face value. Now, it's called looking in the person's eye and communicating with. But we got so used to texting and being on the phones, we not personal no more. So everything somebody said to you, yeah, you taking as face value, you all upset and all hurt behind it and stuff. Like, no, it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. Ask me the question. If I said, well, I feel this way, or I think there, then say, well, how do you feel? How do you think? What make you say that? Like, I hear people say stuff crazy to me all the time. I feel this way. And I'm like, that don't sound right. I'm like, okay, I understand, but I just don't want to deal with it. I can't deal with that situation or whatever. And you're still in control of your life. You're in control of everything that you do with somebody. Can't nobody make you have sex. Can't nobody make you do nothing that you don't want to do. It ain't that hard. But you can pay attention to somebody if they have violent tendencies to have this way or that way of doing things. If somebody gets loud with you right quick, just snap at you, leave that person alone. Women, y'all not that strong no more. Y'all not built that way no more. These men are crazy. These women are crazy. It's people out here that'll kill you for saying stuff or thinking about doing stuff. So don't get caught up on, just ask the question. Don't be worried about hurting nobody's feeling. Ask a question and you get back to it later on. If you really meant to be with that person, you're going to talk about it. You're going to get through it. Because if you get in a relationship with that person, if you can't talk about it now, you ain't going to be able to talk about it when you get in that relationship because they don't got used to you taking whatever they give you. And you don't want to do that. Just like they say, don't give the cow the milk. Don't give the cow the milk if he ain't willing to buy it. He ain't willing to do nothing with it. But we go back to that too, women. It's not about a man spending money on you. It's about them talking to you, communicating with you, trying to find out about you and learn you and spend time with you. Women have gotten so much where they don't even want to give people time. And it's the wrong people sometimes they pushing away. It's not everybody. It's, somebody that just want to spend time. Because me, I like to just get to know people. I ain't got to do nothing else. I think the best date I ever had was when I came back from the military for leave. I met a girl at a bus stop. I said, oh, she looked pretty cute. Let me go over there and holler at her. We were there, talked to her for a minute, and she was on her way to her grandmother. I said, well, shoot. I just got in town. I'm going to be here for a few days. Let's hang out. I said, let's go to, get a dinner and a movie. Nothing involved. No sex, no nothing. Just meet, hang out. Let's hang out. She said, okay, well, I'll give you a call back. So I think she called her grandmother right then, talked to her, and that was it. She said, okay, I could be with my grandmother at 6. I think it was about maybe 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I met her. We went and called us a movie, got something to eat. I don't even remember what happened to that girl. I don't remember if I called her back, we ever hung back out again, but, we hung out. It was just how I am. I'm that simple. People make it seem like it's so hard. I'm the most simplest person there is to deal with. Let's just hang out. I like to go places, do things. I like to cook. So if I cook, I'm cooking for 2 or 3 people. It ain't nothing I'm trying to get in there from me. I like to cook. I don't want to waste my food. Or I like to go places. I spend money. I mean, I've wasted money on casinos and stuff like that over these years. And, God just been making me look at it. It's like, duh, I wasted all this money on these casinos. I could have went somewhere, but I've never found nobody that made me feel like I should spend the money on them. I've been in a relationship, been around people, but it's like they don't deserve it. They haven't been the person that's back there for me. They don't really care about me. So I get more enjoyment out of going to blow this money than I did out of spending time with you because you don't really want to spend time with me. Last relationship I was in was like, there. You don't even want to spend time. It's so crazy. You don't want to spend time, but you always want me to do stuff for you or be there for you, but you can't be there for me for simple stuff. And, yeah, people act like, and people, that's one thing I hate about when people try to use the Bible or say they Christians or whatever. They try to refer back, oh, I'm trying to get myself together. Okay, you didn't get yourself together when you made all them kids. You didn't get yourself together when you was dating everybody else. Now you got somebody that's good and cool and calm and whatever. Now you're going to misuse and abuse me? No, we're done with that. Finna be 5-0. We ain't playing none of that stuff no more. Be intentional with me. I be intentional with you. Besides that, we be friends. I can talk to you every once in a while just to help you stay on track. But look at your life. You haven't changed. You haven't gotten better. You haven't did nothing different. So it ain't me. I'm good. I'm good on here by myself doing what I do. I can do what I want to, when I want to, go where I want to, when I want to, whatever. I ain't got no new car, but if I want one, I can get one. I had one, but that ain't no priority to me. I ain't trying to impress nobody. I'm just trying to live life to my best and have fun and enjoy it and start paying attention to God and get the best that he has for me. And that's what I want y'all to do. So just talk to me and let me know, the things you want, where you want to go, the things that you want to do out here, and, let me help you. I've had some people to help me out. I was always attracted to older people. They give me wisdom. They tell me certain things and stuff like that. And it's just learning, keeping your ears open, learning, growing. That's what life is about. Living, learning, growing. And if you're not doing those things, you just here. You just like how God say, you're just as a filthy rag. You just something somebody pick up, use to clean something off of them and throw it back down on the ground. Do you want to continue to be that person? Do you want to continue to be that filthy rag that some man uses, that woman uses, that friend uses? Find out who your friends are. Get good friends. I have a good friend. He's in California. Me and him grew up, high school and stuff like that. We talk and we have good conversations about stuff, and, he's like me. We grew up and he's doing his thing. He's out here in Cali. I mean, this guy right here is doing his thing. He's in Cali doing, he lost his thing doing, stuff he do with the movies and stuff like that. And he's out there getting this grind on. That's how we grew up. We way built different than what these folks is out here. These people out here are just sad. He's out there getting his hustle on doing, DoorDash, getting it in. You got to do good to do some DoorDash and afford some rent in California. Doing good. But we built like that. We built Ford Tough, boy. I tell you, the real Fords. Not this crap they got out here now, Ford Tough. Michelin mans. We built like that. We strong. We do this thing. We go out here and do what we got to do, and we bounce back. And that's what life is about. Like I say about the training, the counseling and stuff like that. We're built strong to bounce back from those things. Not sit out here and be sad. I got another friend. She sit up here, sad about a divorce. If you made the decision to do that divorce, then live with that. But ask God. Get him to help guide you and strengthen you to, get through the process. I don't like divorce. That's why I never got married, because I could have been married 4 or 5 times. But why? To get a divorce? No, I don't need that on my track record. I got enough stuff. That line going to be held up a long time when I get up there. Not as long as a lot of people, but I tell you what, that's why I'm stopping now. That line going to be backed up. Waiting on me to go through all this stuff. Like, God, can we shout some of these videos? Can we do some shorts? Because I know what I did, but, and that's the thing. You have to ask for forgiveness. And that's probably why people are not growing, not going no further. Go back to the relationship you went to. God tells you, I can't remember the chapter. I'm going to have this stuff written down next time I talk to you. But you go in and you go back to the people and ask for forgiveness. And everything you've done that you feel have a hankering. If it's on your mind, it's something you did wrong. If it's on your mind, go back and ask for forgiveness from that person. If you can't reach that person, then just I like how Dr. Stanley says it, put a blank chair in front of you and talk to that chair, and do it that way right there. And God is so good. If you're doing what I'm saying, you to get God to try him. When you get through saying it, say, and if you forgive me, call me back and just tell me you do. And that person, I guarantee, listen to what I say. This is how God is. This may be one of them things where one of the people going to be out here and going to say, it does work. I trust God. God did do the small thing that I didn't believe him to do. And just say, God, help, let this person call me and say, hey, they forgive me. That person probably going to come out the woodworks and say, You know, Terry, I know I ain't talked to you for a minute, and I've been trying to get in contact with you for a minute. I finally got in contact with your uncle, mama, or whoever I knew that knew you, and I'm sorry for what we went through, what we had, the problem I gave you, or, you know, I forgive you for, you know, what we went through. I know we was young or whatever, and just, you're going to be relieved. And that's the thing that's going to help you grow. It's about relieving yourself. You know, knowing that you did, like so many people try to tell me, I ain't doing that wrong. You had to have. If you don't have 2 more relationships after that and they didn't work out, it's either you didn't ask for forgiveness from that last relationship or you didn't grow past that thing. Like I've talked to somebody and the girl's telling me, and I said, that's why I like being on these videos, and I mean, not videos, but the dating sites and stuff. You know, a girl told me, she said, it's about learning from that relationship. What did you learn from that relationship? You know, I had this bad relationship, but what did you learn? What did you do wrong? You gonna tell me everything they did wrong, or you think they did wrong, but what did you do wrong? And what did you learn? If you didn't learn nothing from that relationship, you ain't over it. You got to learn something. If you didn't learn something, you're not going to grow. And the next relationship going to come back to you, and it's going to be the same relationship, same issue, because you didn't grow. You didn't ask for forgiveness. You didn't get past it. So it's still in your mind. It's still on your heart. It's still on your spirit. You got to think about everybody you sleep with, you pick up their spirit. You may shake it off pretty soon. You may not. It may live with you the rest of your life. But you can protect yourself, protect your mind. And like I said, if you ask for forgiveness and ask God to help you get past that thing, you're going to be done. You're going to be good. I mean, there's so many relationships I had, and I just the past couple of weeks, I just said, I'll give them that third strike. Not doing that no more either. No more third strikes. First strike, you're out. We're done. You ain't got time for all over there. And that's what you need to do. Be strong. Be strong-willed. Trust the only person that you can trust, which is God and Jesus, you know, and trust in the Holy Spirit. Even if you can't, just pray. And if you can't say the right prayer, just, you know, the Holy Spirit going to say it for you, because he knows what's on your heart and what's on your mind. Get it out. Get it out. Get past it. Don't get crazy. Don't do, you know, this little craziness. I mean, I was looking at some of these YouTube videos. I'm like, man, there's so much craziness out here. The girl, I mean, and it's so close. The girl done went into this girl house and tried to kill her and took her kids. That's just how crazy these folks are out here, man. This is women. We don't go on some of these men things, but that's women. You don't went in this lady house and tried to kill her and took her kids as yours because you had a miscarriage. That's just how crazy they are. You had a miscarriage. You don't went and stole this lady kids, taking them as your own. Tried to kill the lady. Now you in jail looking crazy. Dudes, get on this Facebook. Look at these people. Make sure you don't date them. Don't date them folks right there. I guarantee you, don't do that. These folks crazy. Don't get with them. Don't be a victim. You know, and these men, you know, they going out here killing folks because they, you know, like I'll tell you about the girl that stay out here where I stayed. Because she broke up with you, dude. You finna kill her? Now you in jail for life. Dude, what was the common sense behind that? Where's the thought process? You finna go to jail for somebody because they didn't want you no more. She probably was sleeping with somebody else. You know, and if she wasn't, man, don't worry about it. Like I say, if you look at the Bible and just follow the Bible, it's so easy to have a relationship. If you don't have sex, you don't even care about what somebody doing. You ain't have sex with them, you ain't get that bond. You don't care what they doing. So just think about that one right there. That's one of the biggest ones. If you don't have sex with a person, you didn't have that bond, you didn't have that connection, you ain't got to worry about what they do. It's easy to break up with them. But don't be so quick to fall for the, I need sex, I need this. No, you don't need it. I'm going on a good minute here. Ain't had none. And you just got to get out here and just say, look, you don't need it. If it ain't on your mind, you don't need it. So watch what you're looking at on TV. Watch what you put in your mind as far as these videos and music and stuff. You know, back then we had love songs. They weren't talking about sex on a lot of them, but they were really sort of making it more funny than I'm licking and do. No, man, be done with that. Live your life and enjoy it. Don't get caught up in all that stuff for that. Because if you find the right person and do the right things with them, you're going to enjoy life. I mean, man, we're going to get deep into these things. But, I mean, sex is a whole different thing when you let God in on it. I guarantee you, it's way different. And if you married, it's really way different. Just like I even talked to some folks at a church I used to go to, and they didn't even know about a marriage fast. If you fast and pray, that changes a lot of your life. If you actually stick to it, fast and pray. There's a marriage fast where you abstain from each other. If you do that fast right now, I guarantee you do start out with, depends on how regularly you do it, but do 10%. So we go, well, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna let you do that as a tithe. 10% of what y'all have sex, fast for that period of time. And I guarantee you, watch what God do in your relationship. Your relationship gonna be something totally different, something totally wild. You look at that person ain't been married, but I'm telling you stuff from my hopes and dreams of what I'm trying to get, what I want to obtain. That's why I say people have a hard time doing it because they don't know the passion I have in it. It's just, man, when you get to that point and get the things you want, if you see the stuff that I've seen, the dreams I've seen, the stuff I've seen in my life that I want to achieve, and if you ask God and just get it, I tell you another good thing. So we're going to go with relationship. So we talking about relationship. So my relationship with God is totally unique, totally different. That when I was younger, I used to do stuff trying God. I was the trying person. Like, I'm going to try this right here. I'm going to try to do this right here. Say, well, if I didn't get a disease, then God is there for me. Or if I didn't get robbed, God was there for me. Doing the crazy stuff. Because I didn't have that growing up. I had to do stuff to learn on my own the hard way. That's how I grew up. That's how we were made back then. You did the dumb stuff. Like my eyes now, I won the game on who could look at the sun the longest. My eyes killing me now. But I'm borderline. That's how funny God is. I'm borderline. It's ruining my family. It's supposed to be cataracts, but it's borderline. So it's been borderline for the last 15 years. So I'm like, God ain't gonna let me go blind though. Sometimes I'll be like, good Lord. Yeah, ran into this one guy, thought it was a girl, supposed to have been a girl. Good Lord, these eyes threw me off. So guys, be careful. Don't fall for the trick. Don't fall for the trickery. But women, pay attention. These dudes out here can look way better than you. Pay attention to yourself. Gonna get back to that too. That's gonna be another good long video. Pay attention to yourself. Stop letting yourself go, girls. Don't get mad at the men and let yourself go because it's that one man out there's gonna want you. I met big women, all kind of women. I dated couldn't really date her like I want to, but I've been around all types and sizes. I ain't particular, but you got to be right. Can't be big and smoke. You can't be big and stink. Take care of yourself. You can't be all of these things because I look at the inside. Your heart, your what I meet you on is your heart. It ain't about your looks. It's your heart. It's your inside. That's what's gonna attract me. Women, you need to know, men are fishers. We're on the hunt. So it's what we look for. Like, if you really look at these videos and stuff like that, men are looking for the deers with the 8 racks, the 6 racks. They're looking for the uniqueness of that deer, the uniqueness of whatever. They're not just going out there shooting everything in the woods. They might sit out there for 2 whole weeks till they get that 8-point buck or that 6-point buck. So if men, stay to that. Stay to the stuff we're used to, how God had us trained to be. Stop being weak. Don't be that punk. Don't sit up there and say, oh, I'm going to try things. I've been there, done that. Try things, but don't stick to it. Men, don't be out here trying to be in no closet. Don't be trying to do none of this stuff here. Stick to what you really want. And if you want to go that way, I don't stand behind to read the Bible and find out about it. I'm going to get more into all this stuff right there. But don't be weak. At some point, women, y'all push these men to be weak and to be sensitive to their feelings, and you messed them up because their mind wasn't ready for it. They wasn't ready for it. They weren't built for it. Those men weren't built for it. So men, get back to being men. Let's talk to each other. Let's communicate with each other. Let's communicate with everyone. Just communicate. Open yourself up to communication. Don't be ashamed, because be easy to relate to people that you don't even know. You ain't gonna never see them again. I had people come to me and tell me stuff. I'm like, well, that man tell me that story about himself. You don't even know me. But God sends that person to you for a reason. That's why you have to keep yourself open and available, because God gonna send somebody to you that's for a season or for a reason. Trust him. Listen to him. Be there. Be available. Stop closing yourself up. Stop being the butthole. be what God called you to be. Like this right here. Do what God's calling you to do. Do it. Help somebody. You may not help everybody, but help somebody. Somebody needs your help, your words, your inspiration, your something. God sending that to somebody. Somebody needs it. And once you help them, they're going to help somebody else. And like I said, we're going to get into all this stuff. Women, each one teach one. Men, each one teach one. Like me, I've started cutting my hair bald. I didn't know a lot of stuff. I didn't know you supposed to put no lotion on it. I'm shaving my head, running out in the sun. Whole head looking like a done lizard butt. But you got to get out here and, talk to people and ask people questions. Sexual stuff. Ask them. Don't be ashamed to ask them. Shoot, sometimes people want to tell somebody. There's so much in them they want to tell you. Like, man, I've been holding on that for longest. I'm going to tell you how to get a woman, how to treat them right. Ask them questions. Women, I'm going to tell you how to be clean. A lot of women think they clean. No, your twat stink. Stuff going on with you. Every kind of thing, everything. It's commercial. Loomis. Pay attention to what that lady say. Your stuff stink. There's parts on you that don't smell right. Watch what you eat. Watch how you clean yourself. Watch how you be. Just because that nasty man out there say you smell good, check yourself. Ask your girlfriend. I guarantee she'll tell you. If you give her that opportunity to tell you, she gonna tell you. Girl, yeah, you do be stinking sometimes, but I love you. I ain't want to tell you, but you stink. Ask the question. Find out about yourself. Ask somebody, are you mean? Ask somebody, are you approachable? A lot of people think they are. No, you're not approachable. And women, because a man come up to you and say, hey, how you doing? He ain't infatuated with you. He trying to be nice. It's hard for us to be nice. Especially when we shoot the game, find out you got a man. So we going to try to ease his way. Hey, girl, you looking good today. Don't come to that man with no attitude. Talking about, I got a man. I knew you had a man when I came up to you, but I figured if I try, because a lot of times, some of the men try, and men, you better watch them. Them girls, they slick with it. Sometimes they try, and the girl be like, well, I got a man, but I'm interested in you too. Keep yourself together, man. That's why these women out here cheating. Men, that's why these women out here cheat. You think your stuff don't stink and think you perfect. No. Sit down and ask your girl. I'm telling you right now. Ask her the questions. I'm going to have the list for you the next time. So we're going to get there. We got some stuff we're going to get into, but I don't learn. Ask some questions. All right. So one of the things I'm finna let you know, the easiest thing that I've learned in a relationship is if you're in a relationship and you have questions about it, the easiest thing you need to do is ask 5 to 10 things. I say start with a 10-thing list. Say 10 things. Sit down with your significant other, spouse or whatever, and say, give me 10 things you like and 10 things you dislike about me. You're going to find out a lot about your significant other, friend, girlfriend, whatever. You're going to find out these things. Ask the question. Don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid, women. Because you need to know these things, because these things is what's going to make your relationship better. I'm trying to help y'all get better relationships, get better with each other, get better with, learning about each other. Don't take for granted you know everything about somebody. Assume what assume mean. You make one out of me and you. And I ain't trying to be now no more. I'm finna be 50. I can leave you or love you. I'm good. I don't have enough in life. I probably can retire from it. So I'm good. I ain't missing none. Because when God send me what I want, that 35-year-old, I'm going to be right. Sorry. And if I dealt with you and you ain't act right, sorry. It's done. Unless you come with something new and act right, get some good act right to you. Because I got a 5-year plan. We're going to get onto that probably in about another 6 months or maybe a year. You're going to find out a little bit more about me. But there's a plan coming up. There's some things I'm trying to do because God came to me with it and told a few people about it. Some people know about it. But it's a lot of stuff that's finna go on. A lot of stuff that's finna happen. A lot of changes finna happen. Pay attention to these elections. The worst thing about it, the things came in, it was Christians that didn't vote. So you give them what you wanted because it's Christians. They said it was over 3 million Christians that didn't vote. That's sad, but you want to change. God gonna do what he do. So God got this thing. Don't y'all lose that. I'm letting y'all know God got it. I don't care who in that White House. Man that's in that White House really don't run it. He just gives suggestions. So he gonna be there. He finna do some things, but he finna get some changes in, that some plans that I have that's finna come up. It's gonna make it a lot easier. But you know, a lot of stuff finna change, a lot of stuff finna happen. You got to get yourself together, get these relationships together, all of that. Thing I miss about Colorado is that they had co-ops. You know, we had neighborhoods that they grew stuff and shared with each other, farm eggs and stuff like that. We got to get back to getting with each other, having these relationships, being close to people, you know, helping people. Stop letting people take advantage of you. You know, get out here and enjoy life. You know, stop being so closed up. You know, just be so nice and just walk to somebody randomly, you know, and you'll be amazed these conversations you have, especially if you got a good spirit on you. You're going to be amazed and feel so good in your spirit just coming up to somebody and saying, hey, how you doing? Just saying good, having a good day. Open the door for somebody. You know, men don't got away from that. Open the door for somebody. Open the door for your woman. Shoot, if you don't open it, somebody will. And then you're going to open some more things. So you better be on your thing, man. Stop being these pump men sitting out here letting your girl pump gas. Because while she outside that car, somebody looking at her. That's just the simplest part of it. And she do it too many times, somebody going to come here and she probably going to catch her one day when you out here slipping. And she going to be at that pump, he going to catch her again because he don't notice she there. Probably don't pick out when she come there. And you going to be the idiot and don't be there that time because you think you got it wrapped around your finger. That man going to say, hey, let me pump your gas. Matter of fact, let me pay for it. You gonna be shocked, dude, because you ain't married to her. Men, get this in your head. Women, get this in your head. If you ain't married, stop holding on to that darn dating. Dating means nothing. That's just like having that's like being born and don't have no birth certificate. You don't even exist. Remember that. Before you get this man your stuff and do whatever, you know, first of all, they said do it right. Do how God tells you. Find somebody that's equally yoked. Find somebody that wants you and cares about you. Find somebody that you don't mind waking up next to the next morning. Men, why some of these women you wake up next to, they got all that fake stuff on, everything sitting on the dresser over there that you fell in love with. You wake up, you find out you got a dude. Everything you fell in love with and met her, that stuff sitting over there on the dresser, eyelashes and all. Dude, women, y'all don't need them long eyelashes. Why? You trying to keep flies out your eye? Get rid of them long eyelashes. You don't need them. That don't make you look weird. You don't look cute. That don't look cute at all. You don't rap, you don't sing, you don't dance, you don't do nothing that you need all that flashiness going on. Drag queen look better in it than you do. I'm telling you now. Be careful. Stop doing all this stuff because you see everybody else doing it. Girls walking around here with Mitch Mac socks on. Men walking around with dang Mitch Mac socks on, walking around with Crocs on all day. Dude, get a job. How you walking around with Crocs on during the day? Unless you rich. Rich folks don't even walk around with Crocs on like that. Dude, come on. You looking like somebody just got out of jail and your butthole empty. Loose. Dude, you can't fight in Crocs. You can't fight in flip-flops. Dude, act like you ready for the day. Ready for whatever go down. If the world were to end today, can you run? Can you run with Crocs on? Can you run with flip-flops on? If you get caught out here at the gas station out of your house, a long way from your home, and a bomb or something hit this earth, are you going to be able to survive in them Crocs? Dude, you should have put some boots on or some tennis shoes because you can't get back to the house because your house gone. Now you got to live out of what you got on. Just a note for yourself. Let you understand. Be prepared for what can come and what can happen. Everybody's so stuck on this thing where they know when the world going to end. You don't know the day or the hour. It can happen while you're out here just lollygagging with no underwears on and a half jacket on and some done flip-flops and mismatched socks on, and the world end and you ain't got nothing to live off of because you ain't prepared. Be prepared for life. Stop carrying yourself like you're not. You know, if you right around the corner, cool. But dude, you all the way over here in Savannah or in Pooler, 2 hours away from the house, and you got on some Crocs and some dang flip-flops. Come on, dude. Be better. So these relationships, just build some better relationship with people. Like they said, you know, in your church, in your families, you know, get better relationships with your family. You know, my family ain't been the best family. You know, I have some issues and stuff with there, but, you know, just build those, you know, relationships. You know, like a church I'm going to now, it's a real good church. I have some friends there. Like I had one of the, well, not the deacon, but one of the guys was telling me, I had a problem with my car. I don't have friends around here. He was like, man, you could have asked me. I'm like, I hate rejection. So I would have hated to have asked somebody and they say no. I just put it out there. I ain't got no way to get to church. And, they came through. So I like them. It's good people. They communicate with you. They family. They talk to you about any and everything. They're open. They're not like most of the churches I've been to. They all closed and stuck up and scared to tell you anything. And if they tell you something, they flip-flop it and everything else. So, you ain't got to tell everybody everything. But tell them enough where you can build up the trust. You got to build trust because you got to have trust in anybody. But, men, women, build these relationships, ask the right questions, and be able to ask questions, be able to, get trust. Man, if y'all meet somebody, I realize somebody I care deeply about, I realize now they really never trusted me or respected me. Don't put yourself in that situation, man. That's the worst thing to be in, dealing with somebody that don't respect you, don't care about you, don't trust you, and they scared to tell you. Ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. And you like I say, ask God first. God, if don't nobody else tell you, God gonna tell you. He gonna show you the stuff. Just be prepared for it. I'm telling you, if you ask God and do these things, I'm telling you, be prepared for it. Because it's gonna be life changing. You ask God, He's gonna show you some stuff that's gonna hurt you. But ask Him. Tell Him to be there for you. One of my quick little things I had was, I said, God, show me how you used to be, where you say, ask me and I will give it to you. And I said, God, hey, I need some money. Show me how you used to do it. I remember one time I asked you before to send me something in the mail. And I be done it less than 2 days later. I had where I used to stay, somebody called me and said I had some mail. Go in there and get my mail. Guess what I had? 3 checks. 3. That took care of the bills I had messed up money on and got me where I needed to be at that point. And all I had to do is say, thank you, Lord. Because like I say, I asked Him and He did it. Like I say, it's about your relationship you get with Him. And your relationship gets stronger and better the more you ask Him and trust in Him. Like the Bible said, He's there to be your whatever you need. Your friend, your dad, your mom, your spouse, all this is related so many times in the Bible that He's your spouse, and that don't mean in a sexual way, but in the way that somebody's there for you and got your back, that's willing to listen to you. Because like I say, our relationships are meant to be marriage, not dating forever. Go back to that. Not dating forever. It's to be marriage. So it's about being a spouse. Somebody's going to be there for you through thick and thin, to death do you part. God is there for you to death do you part. When He do meet you again, hopefully He meet you again on a good term, you finna go to a better place. So build something up here. Be a man. Be the woman that you're supposed to be. Stop just giving away and just going through the life and struggling and just giving up. If you have kids, women, I'm telling you, put your kids first, but not first. Because God is first. Jesus, and then your spouse or the person that you're trying to take in to be your spouse, they're next. Because that's the person that's going to help you keep all of that together. Then your kids. But then raise them the right way. Don't let them do every and anything they want to do. Every music ain't for kids. Every TV show ain't for kids. Some of these cartoons have some innuendo stuff in it. Pay attention to that stuff. Don't just put them in a room and just to get out your way. Listen to them. Talk to them. Ask them questions. Stop letting them kids be little babies. Boys should not be crying at 4, 5 years old. They need to stop. That time, if I was crying at that age, I don't got a whooping for something stupid. But we built different. We built different back then. We did start to get whippings. Now, they just cry just to be crying. That's not good. Not the way to grow. You don't want no children being no punks. Gay stuff is one thing, but just being punks is a whole nother different story. Because there's some gay men that's more manly than some of these men. But it's just having those conversations where they just gotta, do better and do better. Trust in God. The thing is, trust in God. Don't go that way if you don't have to. Trust in God. And it's about healing the relationships you have. Start with your relationships. God first, family second, friends third. Because your family, God gonna be there for you forever. As long as you do what you're supposed to do and talk to Him. Your family, thicker than water if you got a good family. Friends, they're going to be there if you get good friends. Don't call everybody your friend. Everybody ain't your friend. If they don't misuse you one time, let that one time be it. Like I say, get rid of the 2-3 strikes. I used to let it happen. Don't let it happen no more. One strike, you're done. You know, if that person don't come to you and repent and ask you for forgiveness, they ain't your friend. If a friend does you wrong, they're going to come to you and say, please forgive me for what I did or what I said or whatever. You know, they don't do that, they're not your friend. That's just basic friend. And you go to best friend, they ain't trying not to even let it happen. They're gonna be that person gonna tell you stink. They're gonna tell you this wrong with you. They're gonna tell you that good friend gonna tell you that. That best friend, they're gonna tell you that. But them other people you call friends, if they ain't never told you nothing that hurt you, they're not your friend. I'm telling you now, they ain't your friend. They ain't never told you nothing that hurt you, or made you think. They ain't your friend. Stop calling them your friend. Call them an associate. Call them somebody that's just there. A stepping stone. You got to realize that stepping stones and stumbling blocks. Get over them hurdles now before you get too old, because like I said, they're going to weigh you down. Don't be in the basement of somebody's house thinking you living good. You know, you got to do better. God didn't make you to be weak. God didn't make you to sit around and just be bad and just, just accept anything. God wants you to have better. He wants you to have more in life. Get it. He got it for you. Build those relationships with your family, with your friends, love on one another, be open, communicate, and just know healing is available. That there's healing for everything that you're going through. Just ask God for it. Everything. It's going to be better. It's going to get better. You have somebody don't die, it's in the Bible. You don't mourn on them forever. You got to get past it. That person, and, I know sometimes when you see people that, I think that a lot of people, when they have so much remorse and sorrow because they don't think that person went, to the right place. But I'm telling you now, build your relationship. And once you get a good relationship, it's easy to get somebody else to come into that faith. I had a girl that was at a store and, she was right next to my church. And, she was saying, I want to go to church. I just don't have time, this, that, and that. I gave her one of my study Bibles. I gave her something I had been using to get me to grow and stuff. And she took it and I believe doing a whole lot better. She ain't like she brought it back to me, so she using it. And I asked her when I did see her one time, she said, yeah, I'm using the Bible. I said, okay, that's good. I ain't want you to be having it sitting in the corner. I need my book back, but I'm going to let you have it. God told me to give it to you. So, and that's the thing, it's those relationships. And it's that stuff is going to be better in life. That person is going to grow. They're going to be better. Like one of the deacons today, he said that, he was trying to pay for a dinner. That him and his family went out. He was going to pay for the dinner. His daughter was finna pay for it. And somebody else that they didn't even know had already paid for that meal. That's just how God works. It's amazing. If you believe in God and trust Him, you're going to start seeing these things. I'm telling you, stop trying to buck on the system. Stop trying to say, I don't believe in God, I'm spiritual. Ain't no such thing. Because I guarantee you, even if you look at these movies and everything else, the last thing they said, Lord help me. Even them done Indians and everybody else, them Talibans, they going to say, Lord help me. Muslims and all of them gonna say, they ain't gonna say Muhammad, they gonna forget Muhammad at that time, they gonna say, Jesus, help me. That's the first thing they gonna say. And like I say, if they, I have my own little thing, like I say, I'm gonna have some of that stuff in the book too, it's just my own little idiom. If you don't like America, why you keep coming here? Stay where you at. If you don't like America, why you keep spending that dollar? You don't like America and you don't believe in God, why you keep using that money that says, in God we trust? Come on. Is you for serious? Is you for serious? You using money to say in God we trust, but then you don't believe in a God? You don't believe in America? It's saying God we trust and America on the other side. If you don't believe in it, don't use it. But I guarantee all that money don't got you rich, because you got plenty of them dollars when you sit over there on them sand towers. And people, use your sense. Use common sense. Like I said, I'm getting to that in 2 more years, but a year maybe. But use your common sense. All these wars going on over there in Saudi Arabia and everywhere else. But you see they on over there messing up with them done big rich buildings at where all that money at. Use your mind. Use your mind. All this stuff is set up. It's some stuff. I mean, people ain't using their mind. It's out there. This thing's set up for failure. But you got to be strong. Like I say, remember, God is still in control of all of this. It looked like it's bleak or whatever, or having some issues, but God still got control. Only thing you can do is build your relationship up with him, and you're going to do better. You're going to see a lot more. Like I say, trust him, ask him, believe in him, and you're going to see this stuff in a minute. You're going to see where God is there for you. He's going to help you. I got my little thing, and we're going to go through my key to life. Inspire others. Use kind words. Be yourself. Stop being fake people out here. Stop acting like you all this and all that. You ain't. Be yourself. Keep your promise. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, do it. It ain't that hard. Don't tell nobody you're going to pick them up and then you don't pick them up and you be like, oh, something came. No. Don't tell nobody you're going to be in a relationship and you change your mind. Don't tell nobody you love them. We're going to get to that one too. Do that. Try new things. Interracial, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to do, try it. It's different. Try something new. Then be able to say, okay, I tried it, I didn't like it. Whatever, do it. Be open. Work hard. Work hard at anything you want in life. If you want a better relationship, work hard. Don't keep trying to look for no relationship that's gonna be easy. It can be easy, but only if you follow what God tells you to do. Find somebody equally yoked. Ask the questions. Be kind. Care about them. Love them. Know you want to wake up. That person next day. You don't mind waking up to them. Look at their mama and them. Do you want to wake up to that when you get 60? You get 70. Sometimes you got to look at all that. If you know that ain't what you want, be truthful with yourself. Be honest. Be yourself. Work hard. Laugh out loud. Laughter is the best, easiest thing in life. I mean, it's that's why I like comedy. I don't look at every kind of comedy, but just look at comedy. It just to make you laugh, just to be able to laugh out loud and just laugh, just enjoy. That's the easiest emotion. Makes you feel good to just laugh and smile. It's easier to make a smile. You use more muscles in your face to make a frown than you do a smile. So it's easy to smile. Find something to smile about, something to make you laugh. I mean, God, tell you, if you trust in God, God gonna see you some stuff gonna have you tripping. You gonna be rolling on your side, be like, oh Lord, wow, I can't believe they were there. Can't believe that happened. But God gonna show you. He gonna have you laughing so much you're gonna be like, God, if I were to listen to you, I could be happy right now. But we don't. We do what we want to do because sometimes we just want that pain, that trouble, that struggle. Don't do it. Be yourself. Laugh out loud. Enjoy life. If you're around somebody, if you're in a relationship and you ain't laughed since you've been in that relationship, you may need to get out. I ain't endorsing the divorce, but let's do some counseling, some conversation. Crack a joke to them, see if they laugh. Shoot. You might flip it on and say, man, especially if you ain't never had no kid, this be a good one. Be like, baby, I've been wanting to tell you. Now, I hope you know that person. Now, don't try this if you don't know him. But just say, baby, I know we've been together all this time, and I've been wanting to tell you, really, we ain't had no kid because I'm really a man. Know that person, though. Don't try to look. I don't want you to be dead and be talking about Terry told me. But just see I guarantee if you're a good person, he gonna laugh his butt off. You gonna have a fun. Y'all probably gonna laugh for the rest of your life. Cause he gonna bring that up everywhere he go. And he gonna be happy. He gonna be so happy that you could even think like that there to try him and trust that he wasn't gonna kill your butt if he was a good person. But make sure you know that, man. Don't do that stuff in them territory because I'm gonna deny it. I'm gonna delete this part. Be grateful. I go back to some relationships I had, people I met. It's so hard for people to just say thank you. Men and women, when you go out on dates, say thank you. Men tell the woman thank you for coming out with me. Women say thank you for bringing me out. Man didn't have to do that. And men, the women, they have to come out. Be thankful. Tell them thank you for just spending the time. Shoot, even on the first phone call, say thank you for answering the phone call and giving me the right number. Be thankful. Shoot, it ain't that hard. Be thankful. Be grateful. Tell the truth. Oh my God, man, we go to all these relationships. I tell you, but it's gonna be a good book when you read it. I had somebody lie to me so much, but they still lying. It ain't that hard. Tell the truth. You tell the truth, man. How they say, tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell the truth. You don't want to be with somebody, tell them, I don't want to be with you no more. If you ain't married, it's easy. I don't want to be with you no more. Bye. Be careful. Don't be like that girl, though. Hey, make sure you know them. Don't get with them if you don't know them. You want to die behind it. Have an escape plan. Look at that movie, Escape Plan. Some of them other movies. Look at them first. Learn how to get out of that relationship without dying. You might relocate. Like I say, it's 52 states. You got somewhere you can go. Get away from them. Yeah, they probably, sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but they probably broke. So they ain't going to find you. Go to another state. Start all over again. Shoot. Stop trying to stay in Georgia. Stop trying to stay in Mississippi and Alabama. Get the heck out of there. Ain't nothing there anyway. Get somewhere else. Be serious. Be right. Get away. Change. You can go there and be somebody new. Be Sally from the Valley or somebody. Be different. Grow. Dream big. You go somewhere else, you might come up. You might go to another state and meet that rich man. Or meet that person that you say you want to meet. You might meet somebody that can't have kids, and it's because they can't have kids, but they got plenty of money. They want to raise somebody else's kids. They want to raise kids. Man, do it. Men, if you can't have kids, adopt. Make sure you're right, though. Don't be no pedophile in there, but adopt. Women, adopt. You ain't got no kids, adopt. God got all this stuff out here for a reason. Take advantage of it. You know, to put a smile on the kid's face and be there for them or whatever. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't need drugs and stuff, leave it alone. Stop making these messed up kids. It ain't their fault, but done. You already know the man messed up and you're taking drugs and drinking too. Now the kid messed up. Now the kid got to go through all of this stuff for here because you want to have a party. Be kind to yourself. Enjoy life. It's more to life than that. If you're dealing with a man, don't think he can do is buy weed, but he can't drive a car, he on the bus. Get somebody else. Stop dealing with these people that's broke. You ain't gonna never get big. Never. Stop being like your mama and them, grandmama and them. Don't struggle all your life. Do better, get better, do better. Be better in life. Don't just be sitting up here struggling. You shouldn't struggle. God didn't bring us here to struggle. I tell you that. He didn't put us here to be struggling. Like I say, I blew more money than most people make in a lifetime. So take it from me. Enjoy life. Dream big, live big. I mean, it's people out here doing YouTube and all this stuff right here, making big money. Do it. Do something. Do something with yourself. Stop just sitting around. We're not meant. People realize this. I learned this a long time ago. We're not meant to work for people. You're meant to go learn that trade and keep it moving. Make a business. That's why America is going to hell. We're letting corporate America take over. No. Learn what you can from that job and get your own business. These Mexicans do it all day. These foreigners do it all day. Y'all keep complaining about these people coming over here doing it. It's because they dream big. They saw it as an opportunity and did it. And they not going to sell to these people. If you call these inventor places, they're going to tell you the best thing to do is get an invention, get it patent, and sell it to them. If worst case scenario, before nothing else, sell it to them. But make sure you write on everything, get stuff patented, do stuff like that. Don't be like my granddaddy. My granddaddy was the first person to invent limousines. He drew up the patent for it. He messed up and told the wrong man. That man started doing that thing. My granddaddy did every day. Don't be ignorant. But the family wasn't there. They didn't support. They didn't help that man. They could have told him, "Don't do it, granddaddy. Don't do it, daddy." No, they so ignorant, so mad at him, so jealous of him. That's where it went. Now we could be retired. That was a patent. That's everywhere. You see limos everywhere. He's the first person to stretch a limo. And everybody been stretching everything off of what he taught. So come on. Be supportive of your family. Help them. Help them with their dreams. Don't just anything. Little small stuff. The first person that said something about doing a TikTok video probably sounded crazy as heck. But I guarantee you they rich now. Support people on their dreams. Little, small, whatever. Anything is different. Anything different people going to buy. If nothing else, World Wide Web is worldwide. All you need is 1 million people spend $1 on your little stupid idea. $1. You're a millionaire. Good for life. Come on now. Use your mind. Do your best. Even if it don't work out the first time, keep trying. Figure out something. It's like a job. You don't probably work 2, 3 jobs. Some people don't stay at their job too long. You still should be at McDonald's. You 60 years old and you started there when you was 18. Something went wrong in life. You didn't dream big. I just don't know what to tell you. Get in a good church. Do better. But like I say, I ain't talking it down. I mean, McDonald's is a good place to learn and, you know, get where you need to be at. Some people just don't want to be no better. Some people don't want to be managed. I've been places people don't want to be management. They just want to do. So if that's you, but try to do better. At least let your kids open their minds to be better and do better. Don't teach them to be like you. Teach them to open their mind and expand it. Be happy. Smile. If nothing else, they tell you it's in the Bible. If you smile at your enemy, they'll be confused. Because they're like, I'm doing everything I can to hurt you. But if you can smile at them every day, they're going to be so confused. They probably kill themselves because they sit up and like, why are they so happy? They probably going to get scared of you eventually. They be like, well, probably going to try to, you know, like how they had them, what, the butler? She smiled every day. She brought that plate to him. So be careful who's smiling at you. And say I love you. Remember, family, friends, you know, don't be afraid to tell somebody you love them. Because if nothing else, you have the love of Christ. Nothing else. So love somebody with just that. You ain't got to be in love with nobody, none of that stuff. And then people don't take it lightly and people don't take it to face value. It just is what it is. You know, because the gay and all this different stuff right here, I still love you. I'm going to care for you. You know, if you ask me a question, I'm going to be there for you. I ain't going to turn a deaf ear. I ain't going to treat you any kind of way different. But I know I hated my spirit and I hated my soul that you're that way. And I want you to be better. I want you to do better because I want you to get that well done. And it ain't too late. It ain't too late. We're going to get there. I'm going to tell you. It's going to be one of these ones we're going to have. But you're going to get there. It ain't going to be too late. I mean, it's some people that's been there and got married and having successful lives. You know, don't let the devil confuse you. I call it laziness. So you say whatever you want to say on these comments, but it's laziness. You just giving up on life because first of all, like I said from the beginning, trust God, ask Him, and He'll do it for you. So you don't have to give up on relationships and just take whatever. You don't have to. It's too many options out here to go that way. And, you know, same sex, same problems. You still gonna have the same issues you had. And, you know, most of them still doing what they do. You still wanna have sex with a dildo. I told you, I'm raw with it. You still want to do that every day? And dang it, I'm telling you what. Put it down. You still want it? So just do it. Stop doing the fake stuff. Find somebody and marry them. Find the right person. Equally yoked and marry them. That's it. Ain't that hard. Stop making it so hard for yourself. Dream big. Stop buying it big. Dream big. That's it. So this is gonna be our first one. It's a little long. I'm probably gonna have to edit some of this stuff. But you know, just know that, like I say, the healing is available. Remember what we started at from the beginning. You know, in the beginning, God know what He was doing. He made it right. You know, return to the garden. Have that communication. Talk to God. You know, in the cool of the day, Adam was walking through the garden talking to God. You know, get back there. Talk to Him. He ain't closed his ears. He ain't stopped listening. Talk to Him. Just ask Him questions. Ask Him what you need to ask you. Ask Him. So I got a lot of questions when I get up there. Shoot. A lot of them. We're going to get to that too. We ain't going to build on this first one. We're going to get to that too. And just know that healing is available. You know, if you are gay and questioning about that now and want to, you know, get back to being right and get back to being on the right track, there's healing. Ask God to help you get through it. You know, like I say, stop being pushed to be in a relationship. You can be single. You don't have to be in a relationship. You can be single, sit back and relax and just enjoy life. You don't even have to be with nobody in a relationship because all of it is about sex. I guarantee if you take sex out of half of these relationships, wouldn't nobody even be doing it. Wouldn't be no gay, wouldn't be no rape, molestation, none of that. It's all sex related. If you look at all these crime dramas, it's sexually based. It's sex that caused them to do whatever. If you get that out of it, God made sex to be good, not bad. When I get to that part, you're going to see what I mean on there. But sex was made for good. That's why the devil tried to corrupt it so much and make it so bad. It's not supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be something good. Well, you be like, good Lord, thank you for, this was the best. But I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get there, and you're gonna learn. You're gonna see some stuff. You're gonna be like, wow, I never knew. You know, but we're gonna be real with it. I say some of this stuff probably gonna be edited out. I gotta figure out what all I can put on here and can't put on here. I think I probably stayed within the limits, but this the first one. It's gonna be plenty more. Comment. We're gonna get on some subjects. We're gonna do some live stuff. I'm probably gonna have some times where we probably need to get on the phone and talk about some stuff and get more into it and, you know, get it out there. But, you know, stuff I'm talking about is real life. I've met people that don't went through it and been there and done that. And my thing is, God done told me to help them. Just help them. You know, help people to get better. Help us to get where we need to be. And, you know, help. You know, heaven gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. You know, and you know, if for people that don't believe it, I mean, what would you rather go to heaven or hell? So do the steps to get to the heaven, because the hell ain't gonna be good. I tell you, hell, we living it now. Hell on earth right here. Look at all the stuff that's going on. Just don't get into it. Leave it alone. Leave that drug, sex, all that stuff. Leave it alone. If you want to drink, drink, but don't drink till you get crazy drunk. And YouTube video the other day, girl so done drunk she didn't even know where she was. Messing up her whole career. Like I say, YouTube show you some stuff, get you where you need to be at, but you know, it's stuff out here, man. It's books. Open your mind. That's the main thing. Open your mind. Be open to learning and growing. Learning, growing, communication. As long as you're doing them three things right there, you're gonna be successful in life. You're gonna find what you're looking for. Get rid of the bad people that's in your life. Find the good people. Women and men know you can't change nobody, because if they don't want to be changed and they're not asking God to help change them, they can't help. Psychologists ain't gonna do nothing but give you medicine. So I don't recommend going to them. It's some good out there, but I don't recommend going to them. But it will be good to probably do that first session to find out what they have to say about you and find out, you know, where your problems are, where your weaknesses are. So it may be good to just do at least nothing else, one session, just to find out about you, and be honest. But like I say, it's better to do it with a friend or a good person that's in the church. Be honest. But unless you honest, ain't nothing gonna help you, because you got to be honest with God. God already know what you done did. So you come to him, come to pure repentance. Say, Lord, please forgive me for what I've done. Help me to do better, and just strengthen me. Strengthen me to get where I need to be at. And that's what we need to do. Ask God, trust God, be truthful to yourself, be truthful to him, and ask him to help you. Ain't that hard. Let's grow. We're going to grow. We're going to get better. You know, if you continue to deal with me and come to these little videos I'm going to have, you're going to get better. You're going to get stronger. You're going to get a better way to think, a better way to live, and you're going to enjoy life. I guarantee we're going to enjoy this thing together. I'm going to have some videos of me traveling. It's going to be some videos of, you know, me, you know, I'm going to do some stuff with couples. It's going to be a couple of things I'm going to do that's going to help, you know, inspire you to grow and do better and do more. You know, that's my thing. It's going to be grow, do better, communicate, get better at this thing called life. And if you can, get into this Bible and just learn the basic principles of it. I mean, just simple stuff. Don't kill. Don't do none of that stuff for them, because it's going to get you in jail forever. And killing somebody over something stupid like a relationship, not worth it. Too many people out here. Too many people. And know that healing is available. Let's see. We're going to go to this prayer here. We're going to end this thing with this prayer. And y'all can say it with me. It says, "Oh Lord, thank you for inviting us to pray. Thank you for calling us back to you, out of our weariness into your rest, out of our need into your abundance, out of our loneliness into your friendship. Continue to draw us to you. Teach us to pray. All these things and more I ask in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Till the next time. See y'all.